Your son is days pricey. Can I be your wifey? You don't know I love you. Can you hold me tight? And you do it copyright. And we riding this a thing. You riding me for life. Can you be my lifeline? Baby, for a lifetime. Can you give me what I need? Baby, it's a ride. You got what I need, baby. Is it love for real? Can you let me know for sure? Yeah, I wanna feel. You already. So a lot of stuff is coming out in TV land. Like the table is being shook. And a lot of people are talking. A lot of conspiracies, theories are being talked about because certain people are being talked about. Now, a lot of conversation is about Diddy right now. And some people even speculate he's a part of the higher ups group. And the fact that this is coming out is kind of like crazy. First, it was the Tupac situation. They said he may have something to do with that. Then we have the Cassie Porter situation, saying he may have something to do with that. And so he's supposed to be one of the people that's high up, heavy up in the music industry, linked to a lot of people. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, why is this coming out? Is this supposed to be coming out? And what they gonna do about it? Because a lot of this is hearsay. She said, you don't know, but people are talking. People are saying they seen this, they witnessed this, they did that too. But also these people, some of these people are not a part of certain groups, and you may say, okay, well, maybe they want to talk because they mad that they are not a part of certain groups. But even Cassie spoke out and said that this did happen to her, but she's no longer a part of that group. She was in a group for like 10, 11 years, allegedly, with the in crowd. When I say group, with the in crowd, the people that we see on TV a lot, the famous people, the group, all right, that they called as a part of a secret society, secret universe, organization and whatever. So she was in that organization for 10 years. And I know she was loving it. I know she was getting all the props, all the press. And since she's left that group, I hardly ever hear anything about her. I recently seen her pop out on a song. I don't even know if she still does music, but I know she has a family now. And that's that. But she was in the limelight for a good part of her life. I didn't even know she was with Diddy for that long. Like they said she was with Diddy for like 10 years. So, but the point is, the people that's talking, that's the people that's not really in the industry. And if they were in the industry, they're not in the industry anymore. So it's kind of like, is this why they're not in the industry? Because they run their mouth, or they just can't be trusted and they spill secrets, and I don't know. Or is it because, I don't know, they did something and they no longer needed them? Because it actually is kind of sad a little bit, because it's like these people were a part of that world and now they're no longer a part of that world. So it's kind of like you kind of want to believe them, what they're saying, but it's also like, but you was a part of that world. And the people that's talking were part of that world for 10 plus years. So it's like, it's just kind of like one of them friends. Like you were friends with somebody and then you no longer were friends with somebody. And then like you're going to spill all their dirt or whatever. So it's kind of like you kind of want to believe what people saying, but it's kind of like, but why are you saying that now? You know what I'm saying? Like you actually was linked to this person. You actually was tied to this person. So did you know that this is going on before now? Why are you speaking now? All this and all that. So it's a lot of he said, she said, and people gonna come to their own conclusions regardless of what's true or not, because they weren't actually in those circles, including myself. I wasn't actually in those groups, so I only can speculate, think I know what I know. Maybe not know it, but I can only assume what I know based on what I've heard and all that. So it's kind of like maybe that's why the higher ups really not paying attention to these people. They pay people off. They don't really get into it. They don't really speak on certain things because these people are not famous. Like they're famous because they were a part of connections with these people that were famous, but it's also like they're not really being talked about. They're not really in the limelight anymore. So it's kind of like, do you believe people like that, or do you not believe them? Because it's like they also could be speaking because they want a bag. If you don't know, Cassie went for a bag. She went for a whole 30 million, which is crazy to me, because that seemed like it's more than personal. Because most people don't even make 30 million a year. So you want several years of people's salary all at one motherfucking time. Like, that's beyond me. That's crazy. That's more than she would have made in her music career. So, I mean, or maybe she did make that. I don't know. I don't think so, because I feel like she would still not have to ask for that. I don't know. But Diddy, I feel like, despite what they're saying about him, he did have a huge part in us knowing who she is, us seeing her being in certain circles, her being known, despite the craziness that could have happened behind the scenes. That's a lot of the reason why we even know who she is. So he definitely brought fame to her doorstep in whatever form it came in. He definitely made her famous to where we know who she is, or some people may know who she is, because some people may not, because I think some of this was before, or like in the 90s, 2000s, who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so what I said is, I say that to say this is because the further down the rabbit hole you go and you deal with talking about a certain group of people, like, stuff is going to start trickling out, falling out, because people have a lot of secrets. That's why I call it a secret society. So it's kind of like, okay, so do we talk about it? Do we not talk about it? The only reason they would talk about it is if they feel, I guess, threatened to. Because a lot of times you hear people say they're sworn to secrecy, some things they don't talk about. And if you do talk about it, like, you may have a target on your head or something like that. So it's really going down a slippery slope. But in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people have secrets in their circle. Like, I'm just finding out some of these people that we thought were saints and perfect, some of these people have really dark past, really dark secrets, have done really dark, grimy things to get in the industry. And some of these things people may never know about, people may never talk about. I feel like that's what bonds them together, because so many things have been done like this in a secret situation that a lot of people don't know about or talk about unless they're no longer in the group. And I feel like some stuff you go to your deathbed with, and you don't talk about it, because it can get you in serious hot water. And so I guess that's what makes their bond strong, because it's like, I know your secrets, you know my secrets, so we gotta stick this thing through. We gotta, work this thing out, to make sure your secrets are safe with me, my secrets are safe with you, because I'm sure that these people done seen and witnessed a lot of crazy-ish in the scene that they in. That's how they got their nickname, Holly Weird. And I feel like that if you start talking about one person and unraveling their ish and you delve into it further, you're going to see like a lot of other people have issues. So it's like best to really just not speak on it, to stay in your little group and move on, because it would like dismantle a lot of things. I feel like, yeah, these people got money. Yeah, these people got fame, but we don't know exactly what they had to see, witness, endure to get there, because they always say, sell your soul, pay the price. And it's like some people go crazy behind that. Some people are not the same behind that. And some people have horror stories. Some people have a lot of stuff that goes on. And a lot of times the people who survived in this have tough, thick skin. And some of the people come from very hard knocks life. lives. And maybe that's because they just know how to tune stuff off, especially when it comes to their feelings, because they have a bigger goal of getting that bag or getting that bread, getting that paper. But it's also like, at some point you got to throw people under the bus, or who will you throw under the bus, and when you going to throw people under the bus. And that's usually like when their career or job is at stake. Because as you see, Bill Cosby stuff came out about him and people didn't know about. Then you had this stuff coming out about Diddy, and it's a lot. It's like, and I feel like it's not even no need to really get into it, because that would dismantle the whole organization. Because a lot of times with the secrets, you can only speculate what people got going on. You can make judgments about what people got going on. But if they're not speaking on it because they're in a secret group, secret organization, and that's where they talk about those secret things, like, you really can't say what's real, what's fake. But I feel like deeply over these years, I realized not to even question, not to really ask too much, because I feel like a lot of information that's coming out is the stuff we did not want to know. We wish we hadn't known. We rather have not known. And the more I look into this stuff, dwell into this stuff, think on this stuff, it's like, shoot, their lives just as fudged up as mine, or even more. I don't feel sorry for these people. I don't really idolize these people. Used to be a time I kind of did. Now I'm like, shoot, they surviving just like we out here surviving. Yeah, they got money. Yeah, they got fame. But they also got other stuff that come with it. Some stuff we may never know. Some stuff we can only speculate on. But it's crazy. So it's just like, yeah, you open up somebody's can of worms or Pandora box, and then you look into somebody else's and it's just as worse or even worse. So it lets me know, like, I know why they a secret society, or I know why they stick to themselves, because it's really like a family to an extent, a family of secrets, a family that can say that some stuff we keep in the family, some stuff we're not going to talk about, and some stuff we will go to the grave with, But at the same time, they get to live a certain type of lifestyle. They get to be in a certain type of limelight. They get to be around certain people. But it's also, I've learned, like, man, if we knew some of the stuff that's on these conspiracies and what we've heard and what we've seen and what's been talked about, whether it's true or false, it makes it seem as if we wouldn't even have an industry, because there's so much dark stuff that's talked about, so much secrets that you don't really supposed to discuss. And I feel like, yeah, I'd rather not discuss it, because a lot of this stuff is disturbing. A lot of stuff is kind of gross, sick, disturbing, disgusting, and beneath me. And shoot, it's like, yeah, keep that itch to yourself, because yeah, it seems like it's just a never ending story, never ending whatever. And it's like, yeah, you may see people on TV think they have the perfect life, they have this, they have that, but you just never know. Just never know. And a lot of people strive to be that. A lot of people strive for that fame, strive to be on TV, whether through movies, music, entertainment. But at the end of the day, it's like, what's the price of fame? What do you have to give up? What do you have to let go? What do you have to do to live this lifestyle? Do you renounce everything you've been taught, what you know, what you thought of, and go into the deep, dark depths just to say you're famous, that you got $1? But at the end of the day, like, I'm happy for these people to an extent, because they get to live a certain lifestyle. But it's also like, does it look like some of these people are actually happy? You know what I'm saying? Like some of these people don't seem to be happy because the stuff that they talk about that goes on in certain situations is stuff that if you happy, you just can't do. You wouldn't even think about doing. You can't talk because it's like me. If I see that my life is good, I'm happy, I'm living good, why would I go to the next person and try to shoot them down, try to make them feel bad, try to talk about them, try to rain on their parade? I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I'm good. If they're not good, they don't have nothing to do with me. If anything, I'm going to try to lift them up, try to tell them, okay, this is what you need to do. You should try this, you should try that. You know, I've been there before. I understand it. Luckily, I'm not there no more. You know, help each other out. But the fact that you see people are dark, disgusting, and they keep secrets and they tell lies and stories. They cover up this, they cover up that. They live multiple lives, double lives. It's like gives a different picture of what fame is, being famous is, and the people who are considered famous. It's like, do you really want this life? Do you really want to be like me? Do you really want to have these secrets? Do you really want to have to uphold to a certain standard? It's a lot. And I feel like it's just best to like not even try to throw the stone at one person, because I feel like if you're going to throw the stone at one person, you might as well, even R. Kelly, you might as well throw the stone at several people, because all those people know people that have similar stories and similar secrets, similar tales, and just ain't nobody talking about it because they a part of the group with secrets, and they're just that on that. What do y'all think? Down below.